If you've been arrested for DUI in Illinois and you want to know if it's your first arrest, how long of a driver's license suspension can you expect? Hello, my name is Steve Fagan from the law firm of Fagan, Fagan & Davis. I'm a DUI defense attorney here in Illinois, in the Chicago area. Join me for a minute and we'll talk about that. Thanks for joining me. The first thing that we need to make sure of is that we're talking about a first DUI, because the definition when it comes to suspensions is different than the definition for anything else. The most important thing we need to make sure of is that you haven't had a DUI within the last 5 years, because at least in terms of the driver's license suspension that comes based on your refusal or submission to test, that's what makes the difference, whether you had a DUI within the past 5 years. Now, when I say the last 5 years, I mean to the day. If your DUI, for instance, happened on February 28th and your prior DUI occurred February 27th, 5 years earlier, well, that's 1 day more than 5 years, and you would, at least for purposes of a driver's license suspension, be considered a first offender. And that's very important. Additionally, if you were arrested for DUI or a similar offense in any state of the union, in other words, it doesn't have to be in Illinois, it could be in Florida or California or Oregon, doesn't matter. If you had a prior DUI anywhere in the country, in any state, that can render you a non-first offender. Now, the next question I need to know is whether you refused or submitted to breath, blood, or urine testing. If you submitted to chemical testing and there was a positive result, for instance, you took a breath test and registered 0.08 or above, then you're looking at a 6-month suspension. If you submitted to testing and there was negative test results, then you're not looking at any suspension at all. If you refused any one of the tests requested, and what that means is that the officer can ask you to take all 3 tests or 2 of the 3 tests, and if you refuse even one of those tests, even if you submitted to a different test, you could be looking at a suspension of a 12-month period of time. Now, a permit is available during the suspensions called an MDDP, and many people are eligible for that kind of a permit, and you can challenge your suspension, which may mean you never have to face the suspension, or if it has begun, you may be able to get it rescinded, meaning you might be able to get the suspension thrown out. Thank you for joining me. My name is Steve Fagan from the law firm of Fagan, Fagan & Davis. If you're facing a DUI or a DUI suspension and you'd like to talk about it, call 847-635-8200. We'll be happy to talk to you about your case.